I'm Judge Faith Jenkins, and this is Divorce Court. All kinds of couples with problems come to me for advice.
Can I be in a relationship with someone that I really don't trust? Trust is lost in buckets and gained in drops.
Others need a lighter touch.
It's only been 3 years. You've been back together 7 hours and 12 minutes. I hope you can make it to dinner.
But most people just need some of my tough love.
You're problematic on many levels. You know nothing about commitment, monogamy, integrity, and loyalty.
Now, join me in Divorce Court for today's case.
This husband says he's dealing with sexy selfies, secret video shoots, and his wife's skimpy wardrobe. Can this marriage survive with a wannabe influencer? That's today's case on Divorce Court.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, as you know, we have a virtual audience and it's filled with your superfans. Today's superfan of the day is Monica from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Monica, welcome to Divorce Court. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Your Honor, this is the case of Sharpe versus Sharpe.
Thank you, Juan. Mr. Alton Sharpe.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought your wife, Miss Diamond Sharpe.
Yes, Your Honor.
To court today. The two of you have been having a number of problems in your relationship since you got married. And you're also suing for $1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
For broken and destroyed property, and you are countersuing, ma'am, for $1,000.
Yes, Your
The same
Honor.
amount?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start with you, sir. Why don't you give me some background?
Well, this beautiful woman right here you see, she's the love of my life. And I actually met her on social media. She had beautiful pictures. We would converse back and forth. We got together. We had a kid. We got a home. I opened up a successful business. I have like 6 employees. And I started excelling. The only problem in our relationship as of now is social media. And it's really tearing our relationship apart. And I'm at a crossroads where I had enough. Ironically, when I met her, I was liking her pictures. So we met through the internet. Moving forward, now that we're married and we're in business and we got a reputation, some of the pictures that she posts are really racy, sexual. The comments get flooded. I mean, we live in the South Beach area of Miami, so a lot of the dudes are local, they're ghetto, they're explicit. I just had enough.
It's out of hand, according to you.
It's out of hand.
What do you have to say, Ms. Sharpe?
My husband constantly picks on me for being on social media, but I mean, Kim Kardashian's a wife and she posts sexy photos. And Keisha Kayor is an entrepreneur. And, you know, there's some people in the industry that are wives and
they're
that
making money
post
off it.
Beautiful photos.
How long have the two of you been married?
3.5 years.
You have one child?
We have 1 child.
Okay. When you met, you got married pretty quickly, right?
Yes, ma'am. We got married probably like 6 months to a year, so we didn't get to know each other properly.
And you're
But-
39.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're 24 right
Yes.
now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You got married very young, and 6 months after you meet, you get married. So why did you propose so quickly?
I was at a place in my life, I just wanted to settle down with one woman. And she just seemed like the prime candidate. She was kind, humble, caring, considerate. But I feel like this social media thing has created a wedge in our relationship. And I think the age is not an excuse no longer. I mean, she's a mother, she's a businesswoman, she's in school. So I think now is the time to really step up and be the woman that I need her to be as my wife.
I'm sorry, can I interject? I just would like to say, like I said before, Kim Kardashian's posts beautiful photos, sexy photos, and she's an entrepreneur. And Keisha Kayor, there's so many people that I can name that, you know, they post sexy photos and they have a brand.
So are you at some point looking to make the kind of money that they're making from their posts on social media? Because I'm going to assume you aren't getting paid for posting these photos, right? So you're just giving it out to the world for free. Because they've built a career out of posting these photos. They make a lot of money.
Well, Your Honor, I mean,
sharing,
you
right?
have to start somewhere, you know.
Right, so is that your goal? I'm trying to understand.
Yes.
Is to make money from posting photos from social media?
Yes.
Okay, and you said that when he met you, this is what you were doing,
Yeah,
so you
I-
haven't changed. You say you're just continuing to be your thirst-trapping self.
Yes,
according
I mean,
to you.
I look good. What's wrong with that, Judge, you know? I look good, and, you know, I enjoy doing it, and it's basically me expressing, you know, my fashion statement.
A form of self-expression.
And I come home to my husband at night. He knows that I'm faithful. I'm a great mom, you know, and I do what I have to do at home.
So Ms. Sharpe says she has not changed. You have, according to her.
Your Honor.
What is the real issue? Do you have any examples, sir?
First, the people that she called as far as these business women, there's a business model behind it. Anything they post, there's a brand, there's money being made behind it. I have yet to see a dime from any of these photos. All I see is a bunch of thirsty comments from a bunch of thirsty men violating and disrespecting my relationship. Some of these guys, here's just a few of the comments.
So these are comments you say are in her private messages?
Yes.
Good morning, gorgeous. Someone says you're
I'm not feeding
fine.
into
Someone says be in Miami soon, gorgeous. Hope I can spend time with you. Dreamy. Yes, mommy.
If you're married, you're supposed to shut it down immediately.
I actually disagree with him, Your Honor. I always make sure that I carry myself as a wife, and I make sure that I put my foot down. I don't feed into people's, their commentary.
Your Honor.
And where are the photos? Show me some examples of the photos you say she's posting,
Okay.
sir.
Now, this was a rap video done by a local bum in my city. He didn't get no views, and she did the video basically for free. We got in a major argument after that, and we got in an accusation match, and I ended up losing a TV for which I'm suing today. And not only is this social media content she's posting for free, it's also taken away from her studies and helping me in the business.
Your Honor,
What you say you
I'm just
ended up?
taking L's all over the place.
I'd like to interject.
Let me-
Put an L on my
I'd like to
forehead.
interject the accusations with the broken television. Yes, I did that. Yes, I admit it.
I don't understand. He said that he lost the TV, and you say you admit to what exactly?
To breaking the TV.
Breaking.
What happened?
I remember calling him one night. It was a butt dial, basically, and I heard like crackling on the phone. And long story short, I heard a woman, and I heard everything that was going on, and it sounded like he was in a vehicle with another woman.
Okay.
I'm saying, Alton, can you hear me? He's not responsive, and I just hear like ruffling sounds. It sounded very intimate to me. My women's intuition tapped in immediately.
And it told you to break the TV?
It told me to break the TV, yes, ma'am.
The lack of trust and all this stuff, it's brought us to a crossroad.
You decided because you didn't trust what the other was saying to take a lie detector test.
Yeah, I wanted
Have you
to
ever
end it.
cheated in your marriage? Have
I've
you ever
never
stepped
cheated
out?
on her in my
Do you think he
marriage.
has?
Yes, ma'am. I'm the one who
Really?
actually gave him the ultimatum that if he was not to do a polygraph, I'm walking.
So you broke your own television. Your
did.
woman's intuition, because you thought you heard a voice, told you to break your own TV.
Yes, I was upset. It was heated up at the moment, and I'm calling him, screaming loud as I can on the phone, and he's not responsive. But yeah, he's.
Were you with somebody else? Because she said you're doing way more than posting
Ma'am,
photos.
There's fantasy and reality. I was actually on South Beach in a club area, and my phone pocket dialed, and there was a lot of women and people around in a social gathering. But in her mind, she created a whole story in her head about what I was doing, who I was doing it with, and no matter what I said, that's what her story was. So it got us to the point later on, we had to take lie detector tests for multiple things. And the lack of trust and all this stuff, it's brought us to a crossroad.
The two of you took a lie detector test?
Yes, ma'am.
So you found an independent contractor.
Yes.
And you decided, because you didn't trust what the other was saying, to take a lie detector test.
Yeah, I wanted
Have you
to
ever
end it.
cheated in your marriage? Have you ever stepped
I've never
out?
cheated on her in my marriage.
So,
my
but you
entire
think he
marriage.
has?
Yes, ma'am. I'm the one
Really?
who actually gave him the ultimatum that if he was not to do a polygraph, I'm walking.
And so what happened?
I paid for both the polygraphs, for both of us
Did you
to get
pass
tested.
or fail?
And I passed. We got the evidence right here.
Mr. and Mrs. Sharpe were being truthful when they said they have never cheated on one another since they've been married. So that was the results of the lie detector test.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's interesting because not just an issue of trust, I think it's also an issue of respect and compromise and really what your shared values are, especially when it comes to social media. And you're much younger, and I think in your generation, the social media trends are much more important to you than they are to him.
To me.
But also, Ms. Sharpe, just in looking at some of the photos submitted, you do post some provocative photos. Is this something that you're willing to compromise on?
I feel like I don't need to compromise because, like I said before, from the beginning, we've met each other through social media. And what made him attracted to me was my photos. I'm a beautiful girl. A lot of people comment under it, but like I said, I stick to my guns. I'm not responding to these inappropriate text messages. If it gets out of hand, Your Honor, I'm willing to block these people. And he's met me like this. This has never been an issue in our marriage.
What do you have to say about the fact that she's saying you met her because you liked the photos that she was posting and it should not change because
The
you're
photos
married?
was just an introduction. I liked her personality, and I still do. The fact that she passed the lie detector test for not sleeping with another man, if you put a picture up, you clearly see her sleeping with her cell phone.
You're sleeping with your phone?
Yes, I fell asleep with my phone this night, but it's not an everyday kind of thing. But I just like to interject that he even inboxes the guys that are commenting under my photos. He will pretend to be me.
I sent a whole net out there and catch him.
Why?
Because there's a bunch of fish there. She's sleeping with the phone. She passed the test for not sleeping with men. And now if you go on her phone, there's a bunch of men for the thirst traps. So then I cast the net to catch the catfish.
Who is Chicago?
Chicago, my homeboy.
Chicago is sending you kissy face emoji?
He been locked up and he wanted to get out and have a good time.
So out of the kindness of your heart, you said you can text from my phone.
He was catfishing the girl.
Mr.
through my
Sharpe,
phone.
I was born during the day, but it was not yesterday, sir. One and I have been in here for a minute. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
One day, this dude, he was on her trail real heavy. Now, true indeed, she probably didn't push him off as usual because she's the laugh, heart emoji, eyes, thank you. So I catfished him. I said, hey, baby, I'm over here hanging out, and I drew him all the way in.
How does that implicate her in any way? You're pretending to be her doing what exactly? For what reason?
What it let me know is she's doing things to lead them closer. So I didn't even have to catfish him that long for him to go all the way over there.
But she wasn't baiting him, you were, right?
No, she was baiting.
But your problem is you believe in their minds that the door is open. So you wanted to test that theory to see how far this guy would go, knowing that she's married, is what you're
Your Honor,
saying.
anytime you got your butt out,
Your Honor,
sticking out like this, and you're a married woman, you got your butt like...
Your Honor, I can't even wear TikTok.
I mean, what guy wouldn't want to see a girl butt? She's beautiful. But why you got your butt out like this on the internet?
Yeah.
And you married?
Your Honor, the same clothing that he doesn't like, I would find him through his text messages texting other women who dress the same as me.
Are you texting other people too?
Ma'am, sometimes...
Now you've been talking all day. Now you're quiet?
You need
I'm
to
gonna be real with you. Yes, sometimes I do entertain conversations that comfort me and that gives me inspiration.
They inspire you.
Your Honor,
Mr. and Mrs. Sharpe, I would like to see the level of inspiration. We had a great time. Who is Chicago?
Chicago, my homeboy.
Chicago is
a guy?
a mystery woman.
Chicago's a guy. A girl you know named
It's a mystery
Chicago.
woman.
Chicago is sending you kissy face emoji?
Chicago is
We
my
might need to
homeboy,
have
and
another
he was
conversation
texting a
about
girl
what's
off my
Chicago
phone.
is a woman that he met from the strip club.
Oh, somebody was using your phone
My
to text
homeboy-
somebody else.
Yeah, he's from the Bay Area, so he called him baby.
Why would somebody else need to use your phone to text someone, sir?
Well, you know, this guy's Jurassic Park. He been locked up, and he wanted to get out and have a good time. He been down 15 years, so I took him out to South Beach, and he went to texting on my phone and sent him a picture.
He didn't have his own phone,
Yes,
so out
Your
of the
Honor.
kindness of your heart, you said you can text from my phone.
Yeah, I said I was trying to get him acclimated into society, and he wanted to go out and have a good time. So I said, hey, bro, I'm not using my phone.
So you're not only being inspired, you're doing charity work too.
Well, it's not charity, Your Honor. I mean, I do go out
Let me
sometimes.
see the other text messages. Hey, Eric. Who is Eric?
That's my middle name.
Okay, so hey, Eric, I've been busy today. You respond, I needed you, baby, and you wasn't there for me. Is that
Baby.
another guy?
No, he used the word baby, so as he's texting, he acting like he me because he don't know how to use the phone.
What does referring to someone as baby have to do with someone
Well,
not
he
knowing
was
how to
talking to
use the phone?
some
They
girl
know how to type,
catfishing
right?
her. He was catfishing the girl through my phone.
Mr. Sharpe, I don't know when you decided to come up with this mysterious person who just got out of jail and has no phone to use other than yours, and now you're having conversation with the guy or the guy's using your phone.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I was born during the day, but it was not yesterday, sir. We've been going and I have been in here for a minute.
Yeah, I was just trying to help him out with that feeling.
You passed one lie detector test before, but you're failing this one.
Well, you know, fresh catch, they got a lot.
Here's my
I'm sorry.
concern. These messages are recent. They're from the last few months.
Yeah.
Okay. You're starting to act out now because of what I think has been happening in the relationship over the last few years with social media and also you sneaking out and not telling him and you doing the video.
Yeah.
When you get married, there's a lot of change. There's a lot of compromise and there's a lot of negotiation. Even when you don't agree about something, you're still in partnership with the person. So when you try to resolve your conflict, you have to ask yourself, what is best for the team? It's not just about you anymore.
It's not just, oh, I have this body. This is what I did before he met me. If your husband raises a valid issue, a concern, you have to listen. And you have to ask yourself, am I willing to change for the sake of harmony in our marriage, or is it worth it for me to just continue to do what I'm doing even though it upsets him? And when you go to her, it's about your approach, not being confrontational, but really asking a question. Diamond, I understand this is your body. And I understand this is the way you choose to express yourself. But for me, it's making me uncomfortable to see so many provocative photos. Can we agree on boundaries for social media? And if she says no, there's absolutely no compromise for me, then you have to ask yourself,
Yes, Your Honor.
am I willing to stay over the long term to see if she grows out of this, because she likely will? Or is this indicative that we just don't have the same shared values at this point? Because I don't see anything between the two of you that cannot be worked out if you're willing to make a decision about what your boundaries are going to be and come to an agreement. You're two smart, level-headed people. And I think because of the approach, you feel like, right, this is too controlling.
And I would never
and you
want her to feel that way.
You feel that you're being disrespected.
Yeah.
And so you're starting to even disrespect yourself in your marriage too.
Yeah.
You know, I wrote something down for you. How do you approach this conversation with her where she doesn't feel the need to get defensive, doesn't feel completely controlled, like she can't be herself? And I want you to give this to him, Juan.
Yes, ma'am.
The best way to open the conversation and the dialogue.
Thank you, Shabazz. Thank you.
Because really the ultimate issue is your shared values as a couple. Most men, I will tell you, Ms. Sharpe, they're not okay with the types of provocative photos that I've seen you posting. Most men would not be okay. I'm just telling you this because you say he's insecure. I don't think it's about insecurity. I think it's about respect and boundaries.
Your Honor, can I say something real quick? I love this woman, and I felt like, honestly, like God put us together, and he gave us a beautiful child. And I think even in the community we live in, we're like, from the outside, we're example to people, but from the inside, we're like self-destructing. And I know if we get the right tools and information, people to help us, even this note was a start. I didn't know certain things I didn't know because we didn't have enough premarital counsel. I think we could be a great example of a black couple in a climate like this that's chaotic. And I think it's a good picture to see a husband and a wife together and a family. And I want to make it work.
Because you are a family, so you have to make decisions like you're a family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
It's easy to fall in love. All it takes is a pulse. It takes work to stay there. This is a part of the work. Obviously, you need to handle your anger in an emotionally mature way. Stop breaking stuff. That's one. But the bigger issue is the issue of boundaries and the two of you coming to an agreement on what's acceptable for your marriage and presenting yourself out to the world. Because I'm gonna tell you something, whatever he shares, whatever he posts, it is a reflection of you. It is a reflection of your family too. So you have to keep that in mind.
Yes, ma'am.
So my judgment in this case, no money judgment, but I am going to order the two of you to seek marital counseling at this
Thank
point
you,
and
Your
come to a proper resolution
Thank
around
you, Your
social media and
Thank you.
some of the other issues you're
Thank you,
dealing
Your Honor. I
with. Good luck to
appreciate
both of you.
Thank you. When it comes to just face on counseling, you can't work on a house without the tools. Obviously, we're lacking tools.
I feel like with the counseling and the things that Judge Faith said, I thought about it, and I'm gonna take it into consideration.
She gave us some sound advice about the images and pictures and stuff, and because it reflects our family, and also she gave me advice about respecting boundaries.
I'm going to try to compromise more with my husband and meet him halfway.
She gave me a personal note. It touched me, and it gave me a little bit more guidance on how to respect my wife more.
Hopefully we move forward from this. All right, I love you too, but you need to stop.
Yeah.
You know what you need to work on.
Yeah, I know, and you need to work on that too, so we can.
All right, love you too.